Hello, sinners. It is I, Father Evil, and I invite you to Destination Station on YouTube.
Go to Destination Station. This buddy is the bomb.
Yep.
Love it.
Yep.
Fucking A.
Yep.
I had to say that for a reason.
Freddie, take that, motherfucker.
All right. Okay. Fuck you. Yeah.
Jamie Kennedy. Subscribe to my man, Destination Station, right now if you want the best content.
For some Scream Talk. What's up, everybody? Destin here, Destination Station. Hope everybody is having an awesome Friday. Hope it's your day off tomorrow. Hopefully you can hang out with me for a little bit. If it's a good night, you know, if we got a good chat and everybody's feeling each other, then you know we might go pretty late tonight. Might have some guests pop in a little bit. Waiting for some people to get home from work and so yeah, be looking out for that. But we do have a few things that we want to discuss tonight about Scream. So much stuff in the works right now. You have no idea. You have no idea what's on my plate. But y'all are gonna like it. It's some good shit. It's some good stuff for real. I do cuss a little bit, so I'm sorry if that bothers you. But I got to do me. It's just me, okay? I got to be natural. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I don't cuss. But I love you all. So let's see if we have a good night tonight. And we'll see if how late we go. Not quite sure. Sometimes it's a late night one. Sometimes it's a short night. But we got Paula in the house. What's up, Paula? Nice. Awesome. That's great, Paula. That's super awesome of you. First one in the chat tonight. Look at that. Paula, I'm so glad you're a part of the fam. You're super awesome. Got some stuff coming out for members as well. Let me get all this stuff out the way, but you already know that I appreciate every single one of y'all becoming a member recently. Thank you so much. I actually have some members that I have to add to this as well. I got to make an updated list. I'm slacking here, right? But I appreciate every single one of y'all. We're growing, and we're knocking on 3,000 subs doors. So please, if this is your first time here, or if you're watching this in replay mode, please hit that like button, smash it like it's Gary Barber's ugly ass nose. Smash it real good. And consider becoming a member and subscribe. Because we have some fun over here, right? I think the ones that are here every Friday night. Also, we have members only special screening on Monday night for members only. We don't only do special screenings over there on members only Mondays. And sometimes it's at 10 p.m. Central. So, yeah, it all depends on what's going on with work and life and all that kind of stuff, you know. But we also play games over there. So yeah, it's a fun time. If you want some of that exclusive content to hang out with Des and the fam, then consider becoming a member. It's right there. Just click it. Also, Wednesday night, we have our weekly Dose of Horror episodes where it's all trending horror news for the week. Get you up to speed, catches me up to speed as well, so we're kind of catching up together there. Just wanted to give y'all an extra live stream in the middle of the week. And tonight, Friday night, 10 p.m. Central, is our weekly Scream Talk. The one that started it all. And you know what? Even though when there's not a lot of Scream topics going around or news or anything, we're still going to keep it going because it's a reason y'all seem to like it, and it's a reason to hang out with y'all just another night. And that's what I want to do. I just want to hang out with y'all. Y'all make my weekends better. You make my Friday nights better. And also I need to update this as well as my members, because Saturday nights we have film roast. So yeah, be looking forward to all that. Where we watch like B horror movies, and we roast them. And I usually have guests on, and we might have some wild cards in there as well. We might have to move some stuff around, but we're definitely going to do some film roast outside of horror, and I'll let you know before we do it. So if you're not interested, but I think the next one's going to be Spice World. That's going to be fun with our very own members, good friends of mine, and good friends of the channel. Love them a lot. Larry and Kirsten, super awesome. So yeah, we're gonna do some Spice World. We're actually gonna do it. It started off as a joke, but now it's becoming reality. We got Jenna Ortega's biggest supporter. Hey, how are you doing? What's up, Jenna Ortega's biggest supporter? Hell yeah. Jenna Ortega is so awesome. Glad to have you here. If you're new here, please smash that like button. I really appreciate it before you head out. Some people, they come in, they jump out, and then they'll come back, Smash that like button really helps out the algorithm and helps out this channel and helps this stream get noticed. So yes, glad to have you. And you know what? Jenna Ortega is awesome. So I don't know what I'm trying to say. But yeah, that's awesome. Larry Warner's in the house. What's up, Destin? We have company, so I can't stay. Just wanted to stop by and show support. See you later. Bro, dude, take care of that company, man, because I know how it is, man. Stuff happens randomly. I appreciate you a lot. Gonna miss you. And appreciate the support, man. See you later, man. That's an inside joke. My first job was CC's Pizza. Larry. CC's Pizza was like I don't know if you have a CC's Pizza near you, but it's very energetic whenever you walk in there, and our boss would always make us say, see you later. So, but I kind of refused. It's kind of a joke I talked about a long time ago. Larry, that's super awesome of you. Yeah, thank you again. That's super awesome. It's very cold here in Texas, but it's a nice night to stay in, hang out with each other, talk about some Scream. We got some stuff where Neve Campbell's trying to get Melissa Barrera back. I mean, it's a rumor at this point, but it seems like there's some sources out there or people that claim there's sources out there that this is true. And if this is true, it's super awesome of them. I'm hoping for the best. I would love Melissa to come back. I would love Neve Campbell to come back. I would love even Jenna Ortega come back, and I know her biggest supporter would too. But I don't think Jenna, whether Neve and Melissa come back, I don't think that Jenna is coming back. She's stuck with Wednesday. She's got a lot of projects on the table right now. It's even rumored that Marvel has approached her for certain roles, certain projects. Like I think for the upcoming X-Men movie or something like that. Like there's a role for her for that. I just don't see her coming back to Scream. The way that Spyglass is and how tight pockets they have with even Melissa or even Neve Campbell, I really believe that they're just not going to be able to afford Jenna at this time. And honestly, if you really watch the ending of Scream 6, it kind of wraps everything up for the Carpenter sisters. But I still don't want it to end there. It feels like there's you want a little bit more. You don't want it to end there, but they could end it there. But with Neve Campbell possibly meeting with Spyglass and not only just concerned about herself, she could take this opportunity of them firing Melissa. She could take this opportunity and just think about solely of herself and just focus on it and try to get that check that she's been wanting from the beginning. But she's not. She's being very selfless in this situation. She's thinking about Melissa too. She's drawing a line in the sand, and she's thinking about Melissa Barrera. She's thinking about what's right. She's standing up for what's right. So it's almost like it's about the money, but it's not only about the money, and it's not only about Neve Campbell. It's about women in general in this business, showbiz. So that's what I love about that. I love that she's being selfless in this, because she could double down and just be dirty, or not even dirty. She could just like be only focusing on herself and not caring about Melissa. But if she's standing next to Melissa and trying to get Melissa back and getting her what she deserves, that just shows a lot of character. Neve Campbell is a classy lady. It's the type of lady you want to take home to mom, if you had a mom. You already know that line. Let's see this. Not sure how well we're going to turn out tonight as far as the chat. We're just going to play it by ear and see if we have some guests show up. I'd like to hear... Last night, I went to see a Scream Whodunit movie, and it was a little bit better than what I expected. Maybe I was going into it with low expectations, but I did go see that new slasher whodunit movie, Founders Day, the political slasher that a lot of people were talking about. And I guess it was fun for what it was. I have to give it that, I think it was fun for what it was. And I guess I heard some negative stuff about it prior, and seeing it, actually had a little bit of fun with it. I kind of had that same experience I had with It's a Wonderful Knife. Like, it's a comedy horror. It's not mean to take it too seriously. It's closer to It's a Wonderful Knife than it is to Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is its own flavor. Yes, there is some comedy elements. Yes, there is a lot of great kills, and it's a whodunit as well. But what Eli Roth did with Thanksgiving is just a little bit different tone than what they're going with over here with Founders Day and what they did with It's a Wonderful Knife. I kind of liked it. I was like, oh yeah, it's got that made-for-TV type of element to it. But as a and I'm biased here because I like these slasher whodunits. It's just like it's like comfort food to me, right? So I'm gonna be a little biased in that. But I thought it was fun. It's got like a twist on top of a twist on top of a twist. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not sitting here and saying it's a great movie, because there's some horrendous acting here and there, especially from some of the side characters. There's some choppy editing here and there. There's certain things that don't really work. But then there are some things that do work, that's kind of fun. It's like, okay, I can forgive it for the bad stuff because I like what I'm seeing right here. So, check it out. It's a fun time. It's probably more fun. Alcohol required. You probably have a little bit more fun. That's what I did. So yeah, try to go into it with a little bit of low expectations, and you might have a little bit of a good time. It was a toss-up last night. I didn't know if I wanted to go see ISS, which is like the International Space Station movie, or if I wanted to go see Founders Day. And I was like, let's go see Founders Day. I do want to see International Space Station, but I was like, all right, Founders Day, I don't know how long it's going to last. It probably won't last a week because it's like a limited release. So I was like, let me go ahead and get this out the way. So, and I was going to do a double feature, but I was so tired getting out of that movie. I was like, let me just get home, get some editing done, and get this review out for y'all. So yeah, I did do a right out of the theater reaction on that movie. So check it out over on my TikTok and my YouTube shorts and over on my Instagram. All the links are down in the description below. Also, just launched a gaming channel. I should have said that earlier in the stream. If you're into gaming, like horror gaming right now, I do some streams over there. I do some walkthrough gameplays. I'm just now getting started over there. I was kind of mixing it here on Destination Station, but I was like, it's a totally different niche, so I didn't want to mix it up because some of y'all, I'm pretty sure, aren't gamers, but I am. I do like a good game every now and then. Right now, currently playing Last of Us 2, the remaster edition over on PS5. Great game, and the show's coming out on HBO here soon. So if you are interested in watching that kind of stuff, links down in the description. Subscribe to my gaming channel. It's called Des the Pest. Des the Pest. DESTHAPEST. That's like my gamer tag as well. So I just kept it as that. All right. Enough of all that bullshit. I think it's time for a clip. Kind of get this party started a little bit. It's already kind of starting, honestly. Hey, listen. I don't know if y'all drink like whiskey or whatever, but like I'm an old-fashioned kind of guy, and I found this smoky maple whiskey. It's delicious. That's what's in here. It's delicious. Pour it over some ice. Let it water down a little bit. Perfect. I love that movie. Jenna Ortega's biggest supporter. I'm happy to be here. You're the greatest. Oh, thank you so much. That's so nice of you. Thank you so much. That's super awesome of you. I don't feel like I'm the greatest. I try to entertain as much as I can. Sometimes I'm kind of like, like maybe I'm overdoing it with the live stream stuff, but thank you. I'm glad to have you here. You're super awesome. Super awesome. Stick around, everybody. Welcome her with open arms and yeah, welcome to the fam. Welcome to the horror fam. Consider becoming an official stationeer to get exclusive content. And if you do become a member, you can come on streams just like this. It's not limited to that. You kind of have unlimited stuff. So I'm not the type of streamer or content creator out here on YouTube that like jack my prices up because I don't believe in all that. I think it should be as low as it can go, and y'all get the best content as possible. And that's my strategy is for y'all. It's like, look, I'm not a Netflix. I'm not a Hulu or anything like that. Y'all shouldn't be paying those type of prices, but I know some content creators do. More power to them, but it's not about the money to me. It really isn't. It's about y'all. It's about connecting with y'all, because honestly, y'all have done a lot for me. Y'all showing up, showing love, being a part of my life. This is why I do it. This is why I keep coming back. This is why I keeping the streams going and keeping the fam, and we just keep growing and growing and growing. And let's hope by Valentine's Day. I'm hoping by Valentine's Day I hit that 3,000 subs. I was going to try to do it by the end of the year of 2023, but kind of took a little step back and reevaluated some stuff. Had a lot of family and stuff around Christmas, but we'll get there. We'll get there slowly but surely. You have the best horror content out there. Whoa, that's really sweet of you. I really appreciate that. That really does mean a lot to me right there. Like, I try to make it like as entertaining as possible. I try to throw some humor in there, so some people can connect with that humor or cannot connect with that humor, and it all depends on the viewer, and I hope that that y'all do. I hope you enjoy it. I don't try to be too raunchy or too much cursing or anything like that, but I also don't try to make it PG or anything like that. So, yeah, thank you so much. That is so nice of you. See, it's stuff like that. It's stuff like that that keeps me going. Scott Royston's in the house. Hey there, everyone. What's up, Scott? How's it going, buddy? Hope your Friday night's going well. I hope you're staying warm wherever you are in the world, everybody. It's cold in some places and it's warm in some places, but you know what? It's cold as hell here in Dallas. So, a little bit of whiskey and a good fireplace, so stay warm. Let's stay here. Keeps you out of trouble, hanging out with each other. I'd rather be here than anywhere else, honestly. So, glad to see you, buddy. I heard good and bad things about it. Which one are you talking about? You talking about Founders Day? Yeah, absolutely. I did too. I heard so many bad things about it, and then I heard like a couple of good things, and I'm kind of like, if you go into it with the right mindset, you can forgive it for some stuff. Like me personally, me as a viewer, okay? Because some people gave me a lot of hate and a lot of heat around my thoughts around Night Swim that just came out recently from Blumhouse. And I'm just to understand me a little bit, I'm the person that doesn't like to hate on certain films. Now, if the movie is horrendous, yes, I will let you know. But I always try to find the best out of movies, because these are projects. These are directors and actors that worked on something that was trying to make something really good, okay? Sometimes they're out there to make shit, and that's what you get. But you have to appreciate the effort. You can't hate on... I don't like to hate on filmmakers' works or anything like that. I try to find the best out of it, or try to find something that's like... like I try to find the good side of it instead of just being negative about it. Now, it might be a really bad movie, but I could see what they're trying, what they're reaching for, and that's what's important. I that's how I am. I just don't like to hate just to hate. Now, if it's a really bad movie, then I will say something about it. But I try to find the good in everything because I want to be a filmmaker. I'm trying to launch my Kickstarter for Scream Origins. I'm in the middle of writing that. I'm looking forward to that. I really want to get this off the ground. And my other script, Shots. It's a thriller whodunit. Think of The Hangover meets a whodunit. Think of it like that. So yeah, I was considering also doing like a short here on YouTube of Shots, just kind of give y'all the idea of what I'm working with to make it a full-length feature, but it is written for a full length. But it's easier to make a short than it is a full-length feature. So we'll see. Kickstarter should be up pretty soon. Let's see here. Awesome. I'm glad y'all are getting along. Awesome. I'm following you on Instagram. Thank you. Awesome. I got to start posting more over there. To be honest, I got to put more of my content over there because, honestly, I was locked out of that thing. It took me forever to get back into it. So yeah. Charlie Greer's in the house. Hi everyone. What's up, Charlie? Charlie, not Charlie from Scream 4. This is Charlie, the man, the myth, the legend. Here's to you, buddy. A little bit of whiskey. It does have a good smoky taste to it. You know, whether it's artificial or not, it's delish. Let's change up for a second. Let's play a video. Y'all ready for a little bit of video? What do y'all want to see? What do y'all want to see? I'd say we started off with a little bit of. We start off with a little bit of.
Yeah, you get crazy. Come on.
Okay.
All right, motherfucker. Let's get it on. Oh no, nigga, you ain't going nowhere.
I used to love watching that movie whenever I was younger. Probably shouldn't have been watching it at my age. Yeah, Scott, Founders Day. Yeah, it is a political slasher whodunit, and you know, I was like, how political are they gonna get with it? I mean, like, or what's gonna happen? And really, honestly, the members of the campaign and stuff like that, like, I feel like the older characters, like the parents and stuff like that of this town, they were the worst part of the movie. They had worse acting than the kids did, and I was like, okay, I don't really, I mean, like, I don't know if it was intentional or if they would just sucked, you know. There was just certain line deliveries, and when things would get like into a heated conversation, it was just like, oh, they should have done a take 2. I don't know if that was the first attempt or what, but that just sounded and looked stupid, you know. Or cut the scene, because it really wouldn't have affected the movie either way. If they would have cut certain things, it would have been like, okay, it's the same thing. We don't really care about this side of the story, you know. Yeah, you got the political stuff going on in the background, but we don't need to know all that kind of stuff, you know. And I really think that if those certain scenes were like cut out or something, it would have been better. But our leading character, our leading final girl, I thought she was cool. I thought she was really cool. But it does have that made-for-TV aspect. You know, a lot of the kills, they're not very inventive. Some of them are pretty cool. They're pretty basic, you know, like cutting of a throat or something like that. But from the first frame of the movie, not the first frame, but I would say the first scene, the opening scene and the death scene and everything that surrounds it, where they're on this bridge, I called it immediately. From that moment. So yeah, you'll see what I'm talking about. Gino Ortega's biggest supporter says, you are the most guy. You deserve more subscribers. You're Amazing is such a cool guy. You rule. Dang. Thank you so much. I'm wearing the stew robe. You know, that's what we do over here on Scream Talk. You know, I appreciate that. I try to be a cool guy, but y'all make me cool. Y'all are cool. Y'all are super awesome because I'm nothing without y'all. Y'all are the fam. Y'all have no idea that y'all brought me out of this like really, really, you know, not trying to get too deep here, but out of a really dark place in my life. And this is my, you know, as cheesy as it sounds, this is my happy place. It really is, right here with y'all. I wouldn't, like I said earlier, I wouldn't want to be anywhere else but here with y'all. Thank you for the kind words. Dang, that's super awesome. Scott Royston, I just look forward to be playing at a theater near me, and the closest theater was like over 30 minutes away, and I was like, nah. Hell, it's not worth it. Just wait for it to stream. Yeah, and you know what? I think this is the type of movie that will come on streaming pretty quick. It probably should have went to streaming, honestly. I'll tell you one slasher whodunit that deserved a theatrical release. Was, I don't know if y'all remember this, and I might be showing my age here just a little bit. Cherry Falls with Brittany Murphy. If you haven't seen Cherry Falls, we're gonna cover that, okay? I don't think it's really like a Valentine's movie, but it does have some like love angles to it, and we're gonna be diving deep very, very soon into some like Valentine's horror, and I might just like throw that one in the mix because we are gonna be touching on Valentine. My Bloody Valentine. There's so many good ones out there that need some love. It really does. It needs some love. And I haven't really dove deep into Valentine horror on this channel. I don't know why. Every year it comes around, and I'm just kind of like, I'm just like, nah. I need to do it. So I think I'm going to throw Cherry Falls in there because it's been on my mind lately a lot, and I've been wanting to revisit that movie. But really great slasher whodunit up there with, you know, at least like urban legend and some of the, you know, like the second tier type of slashers. You know, nothing touches Scream. Scream, 1996, favorite movie of all time. Wes Craven was the GOAT. But this movie deserved a theatrical release. I remember when it came out, I think it was USA. The TV network was USA that came out on. Yeah. What are some... Let me know. Because I don't watch a lot of TV. Is there any other kind of good slasher horror movies that go straight to TV that are really good that you recommend? Let me know. I guess it'd be straight to streaming now. Scott says, I'm actually in my art studio painting while participating. Awesome, dude. Hell yeah. Dude. Keep the vibe and do you, bro. Do you. You do you. And, dude, that's awesome, dude. I'd like to see some of your paintings. That's super. I wish I was that talented. I wish I could draw. Never was able to draw. Never was able to paint. And even, like, painting a house, like painting walls and stuff like that, I was still sloppy with it. Like, I did do construction work in my younger years, but with paint, I was just messy with it. I'm just not good with it. And I could never draw worth a shit. And I could never play the piano. I wish I had those talents. Super awesome, man. I'd like to see some of that. Let's see here. Let's see. You're just so incredible, amazing. You deserve more subscribers for the best person ever. You're like a true friend to me. Awesome. Thank you so much. That's super awesome of you. Thank you. I'm glad you're here. Yeah. Scott says Cherry Falls was awesome. That was a really nice fall film for me. I enjoyed that one. Yeah, it was. It was really cool, you know, like you kind of knew something was up with certain things, and the way it plays out, I had a good cast. I was like, this it was a cool little like twist on the whole, you know, like everyone's trying to lose their virginity instead of like, you know, it was like different. It was cool. I liked it. I like it a lot. What movie is that from? Let me know. Let me know. Paula says never seen it. Paula, you got to get up on it. I'm telling you. We're gonna cover it here. We might have to do a watch party at Cherry Falls. Cherry Falls is one of those slashers that's just, it's so good. It's so good. And I remember like in the climax too. I thought that was pretty cool. Rest in peace, Brittany Murphy. Have a drink for her. Such a beautiful young actress that lost her life really early and just really good. She had such amazing talent. That would be cool though if they ever made a Cherry Falls 2. Have they ever made Cherry Falls 2? They need to. Silent Night 2011. Silent Night 2011. What is that? I mean, I know what Silent Night is from, like the 80s, but... And I just saw a movie called Silent Night that was like an action movie by John Woo. Silent Night 2011. Am I missing something? I can't remember. I can't recall. Remind me, Scott. Maniac Cop. That's one thing. Don't take my horror card from me, man. There's certain shit that I just never watched. Maniac Cop was one of them. And didn't they do a remake of that as well? I need to check those out. We're gonna have to like these old these older franchises that did like 2, 3, 4 of them or whatever that I never got a chance to check out. I want to do like a one session and just do like a watch party to watch them all. Here on Destination Station, we did do Screamathon, and we had a lot of y'all that showed up and supported it. We had a lot of other content creators on here that hung out. Great time. It was a great party. It was an all-dayer, but it was great. And same thing with Sawathon. Sawathon, we had a great, which that's coming back. You're going to be seeing me and my buddy Marcus. Oh, I see him in the chat right now. Awesome. Marcus, I sent you a link to your Instagram, dude. Check it. We're going to come back because there was a few of them we haven't touched on, and we haven't done Saw X on this channel. So we're going to bring Sawathon back and finish that. We've done a night marathon. We got a Halloween-a-thon coming up. A Friday the 13th. That's weird. That's hard to say. Friday the 13th-a-thon. Might have to come up with a new name. Maybe a Friday-a-thon. I don't know. Friday the 13th-a-thon. Say that 5 times fast. All right. Friday the 13th-a-thon. All right. Anyways. Yeah, I gotta check out Maniac Cop. See, we be going all over the place, okay? Look, that's just how my brain works. Just bear with me, okay? And enjoy the show. Enjoy the show and hang out with me. And I hope you enjoy my personality because I know it can be much sometimes. Paula, I was also multitasking. I was on Instagram spreading the word. Oh, thank you, Paula. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Paula, you're super awesome. Super awesome. Jamie Hart is in the house. Hello. What's up, buddy? Miss you, Jamie. Haven't had you on the channel in quite some time. We haven't done a collab in a while. Jamie's such an awesome person. You need to subscribe to her channel. She's got the kindest soul of anybody I've ever met. Honestly, she is the sweetest person I've ever had the pleasure of knowing. She's just, whenever you just like I'm pretty good at like reading people, okay? Maybe it's from my psychology background and all that kind of stuff and criminal justice background, but I'm good at reading people, and I can just tell by just like talking to Jamie, seeing Jamie, and seeing her good spirit in her. And she's super awesome. She deserves the best, and you need to go subscribe to her because she has got some badass content over there. She's super sweet, super awesome, and you won't be disappointed. She loves horror, and she knows her shit. Do not, and I repeat, do not challenge her in horror trivia. Okay? She knows her shit. Just another horror fan. Awesome. Have you seen When Evil Lurks? Not a slasher, but a good horror movie. That's a recent movie I have not seen, dude. Like, I want to check that out. Like, I'm hearing good things. I heard that it's, isn't it a foreign movie or something? It's got subtitles. But I'm hearing it's like, isn't it like really disturbing? And I want to check it out. I want to check it out because I know that's on some people's like top horror film of the year. So that's saying something. Really want to check it out. Yep. See, Jamie even knows her stuff. Dumb and Dumber. That's right. I like it a lot. Cherry Falls rules. I want it on that watch along. Hell yeah, you already know. You're already there. All right, Jamie. See, sometimes I just break out into singing. You never know what you're gonna get. Destination Station is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. Marcus, shot him 6 times. Destination Station, what's up, bro? What's up, bro? What's up? Hey, man, I sent you an invite over on Instagram. Not sure what time you can join, but just, you know, it's there. It's there. Come on board, man. Kind of want to do a watch party tonight. If anyone, and I'm speaking to you too, Jamie. You might know this because you know everything. Jamie's like Google. But me and Marcus just did a watch party of what was it? Dark Harvest. Has anyone in the chat seen Dark Harvest? Oh my goodness. I don't know where this movie came from. I must have been living under a rock or something. Didn't see it go to theaters. It's from the same director of 30 Days of Night, which is one of the best vampire horror movies of all time. Such a great movie. And I heard it's a book as well. So it's a film adaptation from the novel. Don't know anything about the novel. I don't read. I listen to audiobooks, okay? When I work out. That's what I do. I don't have time to sit down and read, okay? I hardly have time to do anything. So I gotta get my knowledge through my ears. So anyways, it's like The Outsiders meets Pumpkinhead. That's like the best thing I could compare it to. Yeah. Let me know if you've seen Dark Harvest. If you haven't, do yourself a favor and check it out. It's super fucking amazing. I have to say that. I want to watch it again. Scott says, oh wow, I never even knew that she was so young when she did that role. I don't think they ever made a Cherry Falls Part 2. They should. You know, I mean that's a property that could be, you know, revitalized. I would like to see that. Cool little concept, or even like, you know, like a remake or something, like a reboot, something. I don't want it to be just like forgotten. I feel like it's really forgotten. And it's really hard to find that on physical media, which it's hard to find anything on physical media now with the way things are going. I'm a physical media whore, okay? I love my collectibles. I got like Halloween and Friday the 13th and Scream box sets, that steel books, all that kind of stuff. That's what I used to do on this channel before we moved over to like horror theories and news and Scream and Halloween and all that shit. That's what I used to do on this channel when I launched it. And it's just so sad that I'm seeing like people on YouTube saying this is the last Blu-ray hunting videos and collectibles and stuff like that, just because Best Buy's getting rid of them, Walmart's starting to get rid of them, Target's getting rid of them, or probably already has in a lot of areas. And it's just sad. It's like you still got Scream Factory out there, and that's how I found Cherry Falls. But it was still like bare bones, you know. It wasn't like a Scream Factory real release with all the bells and whistles and stuff. But I was just glad to get whatever I could take, you know, like whatever I could get, because Cherry Falls is awesome. We're gonna have to do what, you know what? We might do it next week. But we need to do a stream where we do ranking of slasher movies and horror movies and different genres and maybe different killers and stuff like that. Is that something y'all would like to see on these streams? Like doing rankings and tier lists and stuff? We can do it. We can do it. I think we will. I think we will. At least with the slasher movies. Just Another Horror Fan says Silent Night Remake 2012. Okay, is that the one with the flamethrower on the image? That's what I'm picturing right now. The flame. I think we talked about. Didn't we talk about this recently on a stream or something? Somebody brought this up. It might have been you, dude. But yeah, it's got the flamethrower. Yes, I do own that movie on like DVD or something somewhere. But I need to revisit that. I really do. I need to revisit that. But definitely, we need to put that in the loop. Scott Royson says Silent Night was a remake done loosely It came out in 2011. Hey, has anyone ever seen the movie Trick? Just Trick. It's a slasher movie. I don't think it went to theaters or anything like that, but it's a little bit lower budget. But you even got Jamie Kennedy in there. You got Omar Epps. You got some notable actors and stuff like that. There's a lot of killing. It's pretty good. Pretty cool little movie. Cool idea. And has anyone remember the movie? Not Wolf Creek. Cry Wolf. Has anyone ever seen? I want to revisit Cry Wolf. That's a PG-13 horror movie, slasher movie. That's a great whodunit. It was done well. I like Cry Wolf. And I think they did make a Cry Wolf too, but I think it was like its own thing or something. But yeah. Definitely gonna have to. That's one thing I do want to touch on is like, since Night Swim has come out and got so much negative feedback, I want to talk about good PG-13 horror movies that are out there, because they are out there. They're just few and far between. And Cry Wolf was one of the good ones. You know, there are good stuff out there, and I think we should. Make a whole stream about it. Marcus says Maniac Cop is baller, and they were supposed to do a remake, but it fell through. The OG got Bruce Campbell and Tom Atkins. Oh, Maniac Cop has Bruce Campbell and Tom Atkins? Oh, I'm in. I'm in. Watch party time. Let's hit play right now. With them two in it, let's hit play. Yeah, okay, cool. That's awesome. I gotta check it out. Denisha's in the house. What's up, Denisha? Did I miss you or something? Yeah. My bad, Denisha. Denisha's in the house. That's my girl. What's up, D? Love you. Hashtag Digital Bouncer. Kicking trolls' asses one stream at a time. Oh, yeah. Denisha's been there since the beginning. Super awesome of her. Glad you're here. I hope everybody's Friday night's going really well, okay? I know I keep saying that, but you know what? We have to check up on each other. We got to make sure everybody's in good energy and good vibes and all that kind of stuff. Well, you know, if anything negatively is going on in your life, fuck it, okay? You need to find a way to either take that out of your life, distance yourself from it, and if you can't distance yourself from it, you got to get rid of it, okay? It doesn't matter if it's friends that you've been friends with since you were, knee-high to a grasshopper. Okay, that's a really old saying, okay? My grandpa used to say that shit to me. Or if it's new friends, or if it's family, it does not matter. It does not matter. I see so many people holding on to negativity and negative people and stuff just because, they're family. It's like, yeah, everybody's got family. Everybody's related to somebody, okay? So, and you can love them from a distance, okay? That's a thing. Don't ever be codependent on anybody. Be independent and get rid of negativity. That's the best thing I can say. I will always remember. Why am I talking about this? Sometimes I get on these little rants and these little speeches, but bear with me and we'll get back to it. I remember working in a psych hospital. I used to monitor psych patients years ago. Yeah, it was scary. It was scary. It took a while for me to get used to it, but it was crazy. But I remember a doctor explaining to me that a lot of people are out here that are so anxiety heavy or so stressed out, but you need to find out you need to really self-evaluate and find out what is stressing you out. Why are you so anxiety heavy? Why does that thing or that person or that situation stress you out and it gets you all worked up? Remove yourself from that situation, no matter what situation it is, because your mental health and your physical health and your spirit is the most important, and you got to guard that. You got to protect that. That stuck to me, and I was like, oh, that makes complete sense. So yeah, I'm not a doctor. I'm not that smart. Just putting that out there. I'm not a financial advisor, and I'm not a doctor. Okay. Scott Royston says Maniac Cop never got a remake. Another good film was Clown House, Clown at Midnight with Margaret. I remember Clown House. That's another movie that we got to revisit. Oh, we need to do like a clown series to where like all the good clown horror movies. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I do remember that one. Yeah, I feel like eventually Maniac Cop will get one. Devontae Huntley's in the house. What's up, buddy? Hope your Friday night's going well. Welcome to the party, pal. Okay, all right, Marcus. All right, I'll be looking forward to hanging out with you. We might actually do a live stream or like a watch party or something tonight because I'm kind of in the mood to like sit back and watch a good scary movie. Let's see here. Paula says I don't know how to find the channel. Which one are you talking about, Paula? You talking about Jamie's channel? I'm sure we can post it in the chat somewhere, or somebody. If one of my moderators are in the chat, please post the link to the channel of Jamie's, because she's super awesome. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Oh, I got it right here. Look at that. Look at this. Look at that. Here's Jamie's channel right here. Go subscribe to her right now. You will not be disappointed. The kindest soul on the internet. Ha! That should be your tagline, Jamie. The kindest soul on the internet. That'd be cool. All right. I hope that's what you're talking about, Paula. If not, let me know. I'll try to get you another link. I paid Des to say that. No, you did not. No, you did not. Where's the moolah? Where's the moolah? Show me the money. All right, what movie is that from? If you don't know that line, I don't know what to say. It's not horror though. Devontae, Destin, you read my Scream 7 yet? Devontae, I have not. Where did you send that to me? At I want to say I did receive something. I gotta catch up on my messages. I really do. Like, I'm all over the place. Like, I get messages on like 2 different Instagrams, 2 different Facebooks, here on YouTube, Twitter, and sometimes like I get a little behind on messages. I'm not gonna lie, but there are times that I just sit down and I just solely go through all of them. You know, it might be a while till I do it, but I will eventually get to it. Because it's just so many that come in at once. Same thing with the comments on a lot of my videos. I'm just bombarded. It's like I'll try to respond to some quick, but I'm going to have to do like a sit down session and just like go through it. Just like I'm doing the comments right here. Just think about that times 100 on everything else. It takes time. But yeah, Devontae, I do want to read that. I do. Paula says I love trivia. Yeah, I love trivia too. I just want Jamie Hart on my side. On my team. Jamie, you're on my team with some horror movie trivia. You got to take her to whenever like bars do like that horror trivia, like Buffalo Wild Wings or whatever sports bar that's around you that does trivia nights and stuff. Jamie's going with me. Oh yeah. In all seriousness, thanks, Tess. I appreciate you saying that. Absolutely, Jamie, and I mean it 100%. 100%. I wouldn't say it if I didn't mean it. Jenna says, you rock, buddy. You're just the coolest. Thank you. Thank you. I got a little swag. Especially with this stew robe on. Thank you. Thank you. No, I'm just teasing. I'm really just a regular old Joe on the internet. In my small little corner on the internet, this is me. So thank you for having me. That's what I'm trying to say. Thank you for accepting me for who I am. Scott, you need to seriously see the movie Trick with Tom Atkins and Trick with a very good Halloween kind of movie. That's the movie I was just talking about? I don't remember. Was Tom Atkins in Trick? Maybe he was. Just another horror fan. Dark Harvest loved it. Good Halloween. Watch me. Yes, it is. Got great Halloween vibes all over it. The cinematography is awesome. The kills is awesome. The story it's kind of got like a little battle royale type of thing with all these like the teenagers going out and trying to kill this monster in this town that's terrorizing them. But it all makes sense by the end. And there's probably more layers and depth to it in the novel, but I don't know. But it's up there. It's really good. It's really, really cool. Jamie, you gotta watch it. Yes, add it to your watch list. It's good shit. It's good shit. Devontae says they can't get rid of physical media. It's like getting rid of books. I guess they're trying to ease down space. Yeah, like maybe the big retailers. So there probably needs to be just like one, like a company that just specializes in just media, physical media. It's going to be kind of like records, they're coming back, you know, like the record players and records and stuff like that. Like my wife, she's got a record player and she wants to go get every single edition of this Taylor Swift whatever, and I'm just like, we already got all this. Why do we need the limited edition? It's just I don't get it. It's got the same songs that was on this one. Why are we getting this one? Because it's got a different cover. I get it though. I let her have her fun because I'm the same way when it comes to steelbooks and horror movies and stuff like that. It's like I got to get every different edition of Halloween and Scream and box sets and stuff, and it's just it is. I'm a sucker for it. Yeah. Jenna says, "Have you ever seen Teen Wolf?" I have seen Teen Wolf. The show or the movie? I've seen the movie. I have not seen the show. I heard the show is pretty good though. I've been wanting to check it out, but I don't have MTV or anything anymore. So, but I heard it's pretty cool. So yeah, I have seen the movie with Michael J. Fox. Cool movie, and I think I've seen Teen Wolf 2 as well. Yeah, there was a movie. Came out in 2012. I remember Cry Wolf. Yeah, Cry Wolf. What'd you think, Jamie? Has anyone else seen Cry Wolf? Because Cry Wolf was a cool PG-13 slasher type of whodunit. Different type of twist on it. John Bon Jovi is in it, you know? Kind of weird. That was a weird casting in the movie, but yeah, it was cool. Let's see here. Hell yeah. Devontae says, "What's with your accent? What is that to be?" It's called country. How about that? Like, yeah, I'm originally from I grew up in Memphis, Tennessee area, and North Mississippi. Like that's where, I mean, like right on the state line. I go down the street, I'm at Graceland in Memphis, Tennessee. That's where I resided most of my life up to about 2 years ago, till I moved to Dallas, Texas. July will be 2 years, so not even 2 years, like a year and a half. Yes, it's actually 2011. That's what it told me. Okay. Just another horror fan. Never heard of Trick, but it's on Tubi right now. Have to watch. Sounds good. Yeah, check it out. Trick's not bad. It's kind of cool. You'll find a treat somewhere there. After watching it, it's a good treat. Get your trick on. What? I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know what we're talking about. You know.
I'll be back here.
Sorry, I had to throw that in there. Shoot, this chat just jumped on me. Where the hell was I? Wow. All right. Let's see here. I think I'm getting close. Sorry. Sometimes on StreamYard, the chat does jump on you. Super chats are not necessary, but they do go to the front of the line just because it does highlight it and I can get straight to it instead of going all the way down the chat. But that's what I kind of do. I like to give everybody their shine. It just might be a while till I get there. So I'm sorry. And in times like these, I'm trying to find out where I left off. Okay, we talked about that. We talked about this. We talked about that. Awesome. Yes, beat me to it, yeah. That's right, Devontae. I thought I did see it. Yeah. So yeah, I'll definitely check it out, dude. I'll definitely check it out. Tomorrow I'll reach out to you. I'm gonna go through some stuff. I'm gonna be doing a lot of sitting down and editing tomorrow, so absolutely. Awesome. Yeah, give Jamie some love. Jerry Maguire, that's right. Jerry Maguire. Tom Cruise. Say what you want about the guy, if he's crazy or what, but he's a damn good actor, and he's awesome. The Mission Impossible movies are getting better. I feel like they've gotten better over time. Top Gun was good. Top Gun 2 is coming out, but he's a little out there. But I like him. I'd hang out with him. I'd jump out of a plane with him and be like, "All right, just live life. Let's go." Devontae, never mind. You're too busy. It'll be months before you get to it. Nah, Devontae, nah. Don't think like that, dude. I got you, dude. For real. Now that I know where it's at and everything, yeah. Sorry, man. I just honestly, dude, it's nothing me trying to put it off or anything like that. I get bombarded with messages. I'm telling you. Comments, messages, everything. And it takes a lot. It takes a lot to get to every little thing. Jamie says, I'll be on your trivia team, Des. I'm very competitive. Like Monaco and France. I believe it. You're good at what you do. Yeah, you're on my team for sure. Absolutely. Let's see here. Where was it? Jerry Wilson's in the house. What's up, Jerry? Welcome to the party. About an hour in here. I'm a sucker for boutique releases. What's boutique releases? I might know what they are. I don't know. I probably just didn't know what they were called. Jamie says, I enjoyed Cry Wolf for what it was. Yeah, I remember. I mean, I'm not saying it breaks. It's like one of the best things out there, but it definitely was a lot of fun. I think it's a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. I really did. I want to revisit it too. For PG-13 horror, it's good. It's not one of those movies that'll make your brain like this.
Got it. Okay.
And this is the upper...
Enough! Do you want my head to explode? In the name of all that is good and decent, no more for today!
There's certain movies out there, especially like Whodunits, when that twist comes, you're like, oh! Like think about that first time you got that feeling when you saw the ending of Saw, or you saw the ending of Scream. It was just like mind-blowing, like, oh my god. That's what I'm talking about. I don't think Cry Wolf is like that, which it does have a very cool twist to it that I really didn't see coming. But it's still cool, you know, it worked. It worked. So yeah. Cry Wolf is definitely a must. And I want to say I saw something about Cry Wolf 2. Maybe it never did get made, or maybe they were talking about it. Definitely a Southern boy. Yeah, definitely country, but country's not my style. Let's say that. Jamie Hart said, I did finally see Barrera, and I wasn't ready for the Baba. Yeah, you weren't ready, right? You know, I have mixed feelings about Barrera. I like it, but I went into it with my expectations was up here from everything that I was hearing about it. I mean, it was up here. And I was like, what is this going to be? But I felt like it was like Wrong Turn in the Hood or Wrong Turn in the House or something, you know, I wanted a little bit more, you know, once I saw what the creature was or whatever the thing was, it's like it lost its scare factor, I guess, you know. And then I was like, is there going to be another twist here? I do want to see the Barbarian too, but I thought it was going to be cool. You know how they get out of the, you know, if you haven't seen Barbarian, like, I'm not going to give away any spoilers here, but there's different, like, houses that are, like, ran down and condemned and everything in this little neighborhood. I thought it would have been cool if there was tunnels that led up to every single one of those houses, and, like, them leaving the house, like, they're walking down the street and they think that they're far away from the house and they're safe, and like that thing just comes running out of one of the other houses, you know, because it's just all the tunnels connect or something. I thought that would have been a cool little take, but I know I ask a lot. I just look at movies and I'm like, oh, I would have done this differently, or I would have made it like this, but it doesn't mean the movie's bad. Just another horror fan. Friday After Next, yeah, that's from Friday After Next. Good call.
I'll be back here.
Good movie, right? Scott loved Cry Wolf. Hell yeah. Paula says, love Tom Cruise. Yeah, Tom Cruise is one of the all-time American actors. Like, he's just still working. He's a professional. He might be an asshole at some things, but he means, let's get this job done. Let's do it, you know? He's going to show up and show out. Let's see here. Devontae says, okay, cool. I think you'll like what I did, especially with the truth behind Sam's conception, because I was not a fan of her being... Okay. I'm interested in reading that, dude. Absolutely. Yeah. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, I'll be in touch soon. For real. Jamie says, boutiques like Vinegar Syndrome, Scream Factory. Okay. Yeah, that's what I was thinking that you were meaning. I guess I've just never seen boutiques, you know? And I never got into, like, the Criterion stuff. Like, I was always, like, Scream Factory or Vinegar Syndrome or something, or even Arrow. But I guess Severin and Boutique, I'm not really too familiar with it. But cool. Yeah, that's what I was assuming. Scott, if only he could get away from the Scientology stuff, otherwise he seems pretty cool. Yeah, you'd be surprised at how many actors are into that Scientology stuff. You know, like, you might not know it, and this guy's from my home state, Mississippi, but Morgan Freeman, Scientology. I know, it's crazy. You know, good, like little topic here. Who's everybody's favorite actor? I mean, if you had to pinpoint your favorite actor or your favorite actress, who would that be? I'd like to hear it in the chat, because I have a few, like I love everything that they do, but like a person that's like okay, that person can act. He's a chameleon. He could do anything. He's awesome. He's just, everything that he's in, he brings 100%. And don't judge me, but it is something that I've always felt, and I've always, like, still to this day, I'm true to. But Leonardo DiCaprio, he's my favorite actor of all time. I love him in everything he does, all the way back from Gilbert Grape, climb, you know, matching the gas tank, boom boom. If you don't know what I'm talking about, check out the movie. Such a good movie. It's touching. Johnny Depp's in the movie as well. They're brothers. Such a I think Danielle Harris is in the movie too, like a young I could be wrong about that. I think she is, though. Such a good movie. John C. O'Reilly is in it. It's just such a great movie. Really great time. Just fantastic. Like, I've always enjoyed his stuff. People gave him a lot of hate whenever, like, you know, Titanic came out and everything. Titanic was a great movie. Say what you want about the movie. It was overplayed. It was over whatever. Still a great movie. Nothing, no fault to him. You know, Wolf of Wall Street, awesome. He can do comedy. Recently, Killers of the Flower Moon. I loved that movie. Martin Scorsese, The Departed. the dude knows how to act, and he can be extreme. He's so damn good. He's so damn good. I'd like to hear y'all's though. Runner up would be Ben Foster, Sam Rockwell, Walton Goggins. Like, these are kind of like not, like I would say, they're not A-list stars, at least, not really. But those are some of my other, like, when I see them on the cast or on a poster or something, I'm like, I'm going to see this movie because of them. Because I know they're going to be badass. So yeah, I'd like to hear what y'all have to say. Jamie Hart says, I feel like there was a Cry Wolf 2, but I don't remember watching it. Yeah, see, that's the same thing with me, Jamie. I feel like there was a Cry Wolf 2. But maybe it was like, obviously like probably like a straight to DVD thing, but I just don't remember watching it. It's kind of like, what was that? There was a lot of horror movies back then that like the first one would go to theaters and then the sequels wouldn't. Like, what was it? Like, Joyride? There was a lot. The first one was great with Paul Walker, Steve Zahn, and then the sequels went straight to DVD. And then there was like what was the other one? Like Wrong Turns obviously did it, but there was actually some straight to DVD Wrong Turns I actually liked. I don't know. It was just like, I think it was just one of those, like what was the one with Kate Beckinsale and Patrick Wilson where they went to a hotel and it was kind of like, it wasn't The Strangers, but it was like they're at a hotel and they're being stalked or something and being filmed. There was like a sequel to that, like 2 or 3 of those, but they went the sequels went straight to DVD. Scott says Rosewood Lane with Rose McGowan was really good too. Oh, I need to see that. I have not seen that. Yeah, I need to check that out. Mega Giants 89 is in the house. What's up, Mega Giants? What's up, bro? Scott says my pic has a pic of me in front of a white Christmas tree. Oh, okay, nice. Tom Cruise should have been in Speed 2 Cruise Control. That would have been great marketing. Devontae, I agree with you right there. That would have been great marketing. A lot of people hated Speed 2 Cruise Control, and no, it wasn't that great, but I need to revisit that movie. It might be one of those cheesy action movies that just might be just fun. It might not be great. It definitely probably ain't as good as Speed. But, like I said, there's certain movies that there's some enjoyment about them. There's some type of spark about them that you can find something in it. Copycat was good. Tom Hanks. He's great. I loved him in A League of Their Own, I love Tom Hanks in A League of Their Own. Big. He was great. Everything that he's in is great. I haven't seen a lot of his newer stuff because I think they like go to streaming or something. They don't really get like a big release, but every time he comes, he brings his all. And he's like America's dad. He's just great. He's just a great actor. I don't know if I've ever even seen Tom Hanks play a bad guy. Is there a movie that Tom Hanks ever played a bad guy? I don't think there is. Has anyone ever seen the movie The Burbs with Tom Hanks? And it's got Corey Feldman also. And it has some like horror elements. It's a comedy, but it's like neighbors thinking that one of their other neighbors are killers. And you don't know if they're just like being stupid neighbors and being goofy, or if these people really are just that weird and they are killers. And it's like them snooping around, being snoopy neighbors. It's funny. The Burbs is cool. I like that. I would like to see that kind of redone or something. Jake Gyllenhaal is Jamie's favorite actor. Okay, great actor, great choice. He's so good. He really is. Jarhead, super awesome. Everything Brothers was great. Jake Gyllenhaal, Prisoners, that was awesome. Like, Jake Gyllenhaal is really good. He's really, really good. Mega John says Leonardo DiCaprio is a legend. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. And Martin Scorsese is one of the best directors, and there's a reason why he keeps working with Leo. Yeah. Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt always brings it. He's always great in everything he's in. What was that movie recently? Babylon. I kind of liked that. A lot of people didn't really care for it. It was about filmmaking, and Margot Robbie was in it, and it goes from like drama to comedy to kind of gets depressing near the end from what I remember, and I was like, but I still liked it. You know, like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Quentin Tarantino's movie. I loved it. Leo and Brad Pitt together, sold. Adrian King was in Gilbert Grape. Okay. And too many to name. I watch a lot of movies. Yeah, I know, right? Vacancy. That's right, y'all. That is right. Okay, yeah, Vacancy. They had a Luke Wilson, not Patrick Wilson. What was I thinking? See, I told you, Jamie. Jamie's going to school me. Jamie knows her shit. It's just the way it is. Yeah, it's those sequels that go straight to DVD, you know. I think maybe Cry Wolf 2 did the same thing. And there was other movies that obviously did that. But I never got around to seeing those sequels, you know. And I feel like stuff like that's just going to get forgotten. Like, they're not going to get re-released, especially with physical media going out. You would literally have to search it and try to find it, if you could find it, you know, and then buy it or rent it or whatever. You're thinking of Juliette Lewis. Juliette Lewis and what? Are you talking to me? Okay. I see what you're saying. Yes, Vacancy is a good movie. I watch Vacancy yearly since it came out. It's part of my Halloween watch it. Yes, it is. Yeah, I see that. Vacancy is pretty good. If you like Strangers and stuff like that, I remember when it came out. I don't think it was like a humongous hit, but it was definitely pretty creepy. It had some good moments. I liked it. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. There's some really cool stuff. I say we'll get another video up in here because we have caught up on the chat. Not sure how long I'm going to be going. We are a little bit over an hour now, but not sure what time Marcus can come in. But we might wrap up this. We might wrap up the stream earlier, and we might come back live if we do like a watch party or something tonight. But tomorrow night is Film Roast. We're supposed to be watching Basket Case. Me, my wife, my sister-in-law, we're all going to come back and do some Film Roast. Last week was... Shit, what was last week? Oh, Night of the Demons. Week before that was Killer Clowns from Outer Space. This week, we're watching Basket Case. Next week, we'll be watching something else. I want to get to Troll 2. Haven't seen that since I was a kid. I know that movie's very roastable. And we also got Spice World. It's one of it with members Kirsten and Larry. Like they were, it became a joke, but we're actually, it's not horror. It's not even comedy horror, but it's going to be a wild card, and we're going to roast Spice World, the Spice Girls movie. I know it's weird, right? It's weird, but when you become a member, if you decide to become a member, it's not expensive at all. You get what you want. So please, if you want to, that is, consider becoming a member, because we put out some really, really awesome shit. And here is my weekly schedule for all the live streams. I need to add Film Roast on here for Saturday nights, so I do need to update some stuff. So I will be working on that before next week. Let's see here. Let's watch what Granny thinks about all this.
Pick out a game or a movie. I don't know which one to choose. You see any which one I could get?
What the fuck?
What?
Look at that.
It's Spider-Man.
That's fucking me. That's my fucking picture.
That's Peter Parker.
That ain't Peter Parker. That is fucking me. Son of a bitch. Look here. Look at Shrek. They even got my fucking face on his ice. Oh, hell no. Oh, motherfucker. They even got me looking like Will on Stranger Things. Son of a bitch.
What the hell's going on
Where
here?
the fuck they get these?
Hey, they got the new Grand Theft Auto.
Motherfucker, that's me. How the fuck they get that?
I don't know, Granny. Did you give them permission to use?
Hell no. Motherfucker. What the fuck's going on? Did you do this shit?
No, I don't work at Walmart.
Well, how the fuck did they get them?
They didn't look that much like you, Granny.
The fuck I didn't. I'll call fucking corporate. I'll find out who in the fuck's doing this shit.
Oh, that granny. That angry grandma. It's something else. She's hilarious. Hope y'all enjoyed that. I've been showing it. It's one of my newer videos here on the stream, but I always get a kick out of it. A lot of people always request it, so I figure I'd play it. Let's see here. Devontae says, I did my Scream 7 a sequel / prequel, so we get the aftermath of Scream 6, and Sam and Tara's dad tells Kirby about the events leading to original. Oh, nice, dude. Nice. Hell yeah. I love The Strangers too. I love The Strangers. I'm looking forward to what Rennie Harlan's going to do with the new Strangers trilogy. Rennie Harlan back in horror is I'm happy for it. I hope he knocks it out the park. Loved him when he did Mindhunters and Nightmare on Elm Street 4, and he did Exorcist: The Beginning, and he's done some other stuff. I mean, he did Die Hard 2, Die Harder. He did Cliffhanger. Really good in the action genre and the horror genre. So yeah, I like old Rennie. Devontae, there's a scene where Randy tells him about prequels and what they're about. Christina is also the last one to see Casey alive, visiting her. Okay. Nice. Interesting. Very interesting. Jamie says, favorite actresses, Nicole Kidman and Amy They're both great. They're both great. Honestly. I do get tired of seeing Nicole Kidman's little ad at the beginning of every movie at AMC theaters. I mean, I feel like that's a little long. And it's like and that's only at AMC, because at the beginning she does this whole spiel, but they throw so many trailers on there. On top of that, it just makes it long before we get to the movie. I mean, it's like literally 25-30 minutes before the movie comes on. Devontae says the sequel portion has Chad, Mindy, Gail, Kirby. Nice, man. Yeah, I'll definitely have to check it out, dude. Hellfest was great. Yeah, Hellfest was pretty good. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all. I'd like to see a follow-up, for sure. Jamie says, no one ever talks about the movie To Die For with Nicole Kidman. I love that movie, and she's so good in it. Yeah, I've never seen it. I've heard good things about it. I remember seeing some advertisements and some clips from it, and I was like, oh, this actually does look really good. But I just never, like you said, I just never hear too much about it. So yeah, if you say it's that good, I gotta check it out. I definitely gotta check it out. So yeah. Yeah, Nicole Kidman's awesome. Devontae, angry grandpa and her would make a good collab together if grandpa didn't die a few years back. Damn. Yeah, I agree with that. Well, guys, we're about 1 hour and 20 minutes into the stream. And I've already caught up on the chat, so we might be wrapping it up here in just a minute. I'm not quite sure when Marcus will be able to be available, but we might get back on here in a little bit, so be looking out for a notification or something. I'll definitely put it out there on the channel. But if you're just popping in and popping out, please smash that like button. It really does help out the video more than you know. Helps this algorithm. It's an uphill battle with YouTube. So please, you have no idea. Just that little bit of effort does help the channel out a lot. Helps me out a lot. It's loosely based on the truth. Okay. The Others with Nicole Kidman is another. That is a great one. That was PG-13. That was another good PG-13 horror movie. So yeah, that was good. That was really good. I agree with you. All right, I'm gonna leave y'all with another video, and we're gonna call it we're going to call it a night. Love you guys. And I'll see y'all on Film Roast hopefully tomorrow night, you know? So if y'all want to come back and watch some Basket Case, never seen it before. I've never seen it before. It's my first time watch. Absolutely. Absolutely. I hope y'all are hanging out for a little bit longer because I know I was talking about wrapping up the stream and everything because I caught up on it. But we do have someone knocking at the back door, so we might be going on for just at least a little bit longer. It's my good friend of the channel. It's a good friend of mine. He's like a brother from another mother. Love him to death. Been on the channel a lot. If you don't know him, now you do. What's up, Marcus?
What's up, brother? How you doing tonight?
Man, I'm doing well, man. Just kind of winging it, having a good night. Talked a little bit about Scream Talk, but we've been, you know how it goes. It just veers off into other stuff, and we're a little bit talking about like some good. Yeah, man, we're talking about some good like PG-13 horror movies. Man, they're Jamie's in the chat like always. You know, she's schooling me on everything. How's your night going, bro? Did you freeze up?
It's not going too bad. I'm happy the stream's actually working tonight.
Oh yeah. I think you got delayed just a little bit, but yeah. The other night we kind of had a hiccup a little bit with Dose of Horror, but we made it work. It was fun.
Yeah, for sure. We always find a way to make it work for the most part.
Yeah. So since I got you here, man, what do you think about this whole Neve Campbell trying to get Melissa Barrera back? You think it's true, or you think it's just bullshit?
I think it's true. I don't think, it wouldn't be something that would be out there if it wasn't. I know rumors get started all the time, but I can see Neve doing that. I can see Neve trying to be an advocate, and for a couple reasons. Obviously, because she knows where Melissa is coming from, just, from different spectrums, and stuff like that with the unfair treatment, of women and stuff like that, movies, pay, anything else as well. And I also think the reason why, if this is true, is because she knows there's still a story to be told there with her character, Sidney Prescott, and Melissa's character, Samantha Carpenter. I remember we had this conversation before that in Scream 5, I felt like there was something there between them two in terms of a story that needs to be answered, like just certain little things that I just felt off with that confrontation between those two that I would like to see explored. And I think Neve feels the same way. I think that she, given what we got in Scream 5 and Scream 6, I think she sees there's something there. And being that it is all in the same timeline, this isn't like a brand new timeline and stuff like that. It links back to the original. You got to close this entire storyline out. You do. The original timeline, before we start making any new Scream movies that start in a different timeline that might have newer characters, so on and so forth, you got to finish this timeline out, in my opinion. And I think Neve sees that as well. And I personally believe that if this is true, if this rumor is true that Neve's trying to get Melissa back, and I'm going to touch on something else here as well, which I think it's not going to happen. But if we don't get Melissa back, I can see Neve not coming back. I firmly believe in that. Like, even because you got to think of it like this too, Destin. The issue with Nev not coming back for Scream 6 was pay. Well, now Jenna's not there. Melissa's not there. So the door is wide open for Nev to take that whole bag and then some.
Right.
But here are the rumors
My
coming
thoughts.
out that she's actually trying to help Melissa Barrera come back. So if it was just about the money, why would she want Melissa to come back? That's going to eat into her pay.
That's exactly what I was thinking. So it's like a
So
selfless act.
I think it right. So I personally, but from what I don't know if you saw this article earlier about Melissa. She had an interview because they did that reunion thing. I guess there was like a award show the other night or something like that, and
Yeah,
the
I
entire
saw it.
Scream 40 all met up and all that stuff, and they talked to Melissa about
Mhm.
Scream, and the way she spoke of it was like she said she's grateful for Scream, so on and so forth, but in so many words, she's moved on.
Yeah.
So I feel like even if this second meeting happened, the studio probably still wanted her to recant some, if not all, of what she said, and she said, "No, I'm not doing any of that." And I mean, it's either you take it for what it is, or I'm just going to keep doing what I've been doing, which is moving on. And
Mhm.
I feel like if there was any legit shot that Melissa was coming back, why would she speak of the Scream franchise like, "Oh, I'm grateful for, being a part of it." But, if she was coming back, there wouldn't be a but aspect to it for me. Now, could I end up being wrong about this? I hope I am, because I want her to come back.
Mhm.
But man, it's a long shot.
Yeah. And also like okay, we're with that I've seen that what Melissa has said out there on that interview. Um and I was feeling the same things that you were, but also with like what Neve has said recently on the interview. I think they're being
Mhm.
really smart about this. They're using this speaking not directly, but like this is them speaking out towards the studios. It's like no, we're not playing. Hopefully you make the right decisions.
Yep.
But if you can't meet us on common ground and give us what we're worth, yeah, we're done. It's just what it is. Um, and with Nev, if she is trying to do this for Melissa, she relates to her. It's like, okay, I was dealt a dirty hand. I walked away from it. Now you are dealt with a dirty hand. Now let's both use this to our advantage and let's see if they're willing to meet us halfway. And if they're not, then the hell with them. That's the way I look at it.
Right.
And I don't blame them at all. I really don't. Um, I mean,
Me neither.
I believe Scream 7 is going to happen. Depending on which direction they go and how they handle this entire situation, it's not going to bank like Scream 6. You just made a very profitable Scream movie, and now you're about to lose a lot of people that just hate Spyglass.
Yep.
Like they're just like,
Right.
no, we're not going to support you. And we live in that day and age now to where people are smarter now. It's like you do something shitty, you do something shady, we're not going to support you. We will boycott
Right.
it. We will, and I feel like that might be what happens here. And that worries me for the future of the Scream franchise, depending on what happens in this situation. That's why I said I always thought Scream 6 was going to be the make it or break it because Neve Campbell wasn't involved and the direction they were taking it. This definitely, 100% is the make it or break it. So they got to pivot right and they got to do it right.
Right.
And if they're not doing people right, they're not doing the people that built this franchise right, we're not going to show up. I'm sure we'll watch it eventually
Right.
or something, but we're not going to be there day one.
Right.
So it's a
Now
slippery slope at this
I do
point.
have an idea.
I think you froze
I
up.
do have an idea for a Scream 7 movie that could happen. I think, oh, snap. Yeah, I did freeze up for a second.
Yeah, a little
But
bit.
I I have an idea we don't get Melissa. Well, it's more likely we're not getting Melissa back. But if we don't get Neve back, if we don't get Patrick Dempsey, so on and so forth, I have an idea for Scream 7 that might still work and it not affect the timeline. And then maybe, like I've talked about before in Scream 8, if Spyglass were to sell the rights, maybe we get the Carpenter sisters back, maybe we get Neve back, so on and so forth. But I do want to touch on this comment from Scott real quick, because Scott said, I totally disagree with you. We do not need to see the Carpenter sisters anymore. They had their chance. They had their sequels. Let's move on and bring back the legacy characters that count. Well, see, this is the thing, is that the fan base is divided on how Scream 6 ended. Some think it was a great way to send the Carpenter sisters off. Some are like, well, no. Radio Silence even said themselves that Samantha dropping the mask doesn't mean anything. There's still more story to be told. So the fan base is divided on that aspect. And then, two, let's really be honest here. Yes, do we love our legacy characters? Absolutely. But let's be 100% honest. The last Scream movie that we got with our legacy characters as the focal point, it bombed. Scream 4 bombed.
Why? It didn't have good marketing either.
Right. And fans were also, though, looking for something new. They wanted to see this franchise go in a new direction. And Scream 5, well, you don't have to like the Carpenter sisters. You don't have to like the core four. But one thing Scream 5 set the table for that Scream 6 capitalized on was for these new characters to be introduced to where you can carry a Scream movie without having Neve Campbell in the movie.
Yeah.
There was enough interest after Scream 5 with the Carpenter sisters and the core four in general that fans still came, even diehards, still came out to see Scream 6, knowing Neve Campbell was not going to be in it. I get it. We love our legacy characters, but at some point, we are going to have to move on off of them in order for this franchise to reinvent itself and keep going. Otherwise, it's going to be the same thing that we got with Halloween. It's going to be the same thing that we got with Friday the 13th. It's going to be the same reoccurring cycle. Nothing new is going to be coming to the table.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I get it. I love the legacy characters of Scream 2. But this story, and that's the thing. To me, that's the beautiful thing. The most consistent thing. Even though Neve wasn't in Scream 6, you still had Courtney, you still had Hayden, come back. One thing that Radio Silence and Guy and James has done consistently is mixing in these new characters with the older characters well, while giving you just enough of the legacy characters, but not taking away from the new characters. Scream 6, in my opinion, did a really good job of that. Yes, we got to see Gail, but Gail wasn't hogging up the screen because she didn't need to.
Right.
That's why we loved Gail's scenes in Scream 6, especially the chase scene, and stuff. That's why a lot of fans felt that scene was the best. I feel like, imagine if we would have got Gail a ton in that movie.
Yeah.
I don't think by the time we got to the chase scene, we would have cared. Because if it would have took away from the development of the newer characters, we wouldn't have cared. We would have wanted to see Gail die in that instance.
If they did take a direction, okay, let's just say all else fails. Because here's the thing, it's like everyone's back's against the wall. They got Gary Busey back, you got Christopher Landon out. We don't even know who's going to direct this thing at this point. They might already have somebody, it's just not announced yet,
Right.
But everybody's back is at this point. They scrap their original idea, they come back and do rewrites, and they got to start from scratch because of everything that's going on. My thing is we're not going to start writing something when we have no deals on the table.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they have to make a lot of quick decisions before they waste a lot more time like they just already did. So it all depends. It's like, okay, so we're going to go with this. It sound to me, honestly, it sounds like to me they have like, Neve, we want you back. This is what we want. And
Yeah.
Nev's like, you still aren't meeting me where I want to be, you know.
Right.
And you're just being selfish. You're going cheap on me. You're not where if you really want me back, this is my line. And she's staying firm for it, you know. And even for Melissa, if that's the case, let's just say all else fails. It all fails
Right.
through. It falls through. They're just like, no, F it. We're not doing it. And that means they got to start writing their new lead. I really think they would double down on Gail being the lead at this point. I think Gail, Chad, Mindy, and maybe even Kirby.
See, that's where I'm going with it, is Kirby. And I personally think there's a movie that could be made if you wanted to. Kirby's the lead, and we're getting these Atlanta attacks. Because you have to think there had to have been some attacks before the one in New York to where Kirby was specialized. Like, she took a special interest in.
Right. There had to have been other ones.
And there had to have been some attacks that might have led her to Jason and Greg.
Yeah.
You know, so now it would
Or she
depend
was
who
working
you
with them. All right, that's another topic. That's another.
I know it's not impossible to think at all.
Yeah.
And stuff. We've talked about that many times. But I think that you could make them if you're not going to turn Kirby into a killer. You know,
Yeah.
I think that there is a movie there that could be made showcasing the Atlanta murders, the Atlanta attacks, kind of like a Kirby Reed story of sorts, a spinoff in the Scream franchise, you know, without the others. Because I mean, you could add Gail in there, but that really wouldn't make much sense because she's in New York.
And it would have been a lot better.
And she didn't even know Kirby was an FBI agent.
Exactly. But here's another thing. Like, it really sucks where we're at right now because they killed off Dewey. And just to think that they could double down on Dewey and Gail teaming up again, reconnecting their love, reconnecting all that, and coming back like they did in Scream 3. I think that would have been worked. I think that would have worked. You know, I think that would have been, and it would have mirrored Scream 3 just like we expect Scream 7 to do. So,
right.
I mean, it's not what we can get now unless they do a lot of retconning and do a different timeline and all that kind of stuff. But they would have been in a much better place at this point. So, just speaking on what Just Another Horror Fan says, if they can't get Neve and Melissa back, they need to sell the rights to another company. But what they need to do is not what they're gonna do at this point because Scream 6 was so profitable. They're not gonna sell it right now. Now, if Scream 7 bombs and it just doesn't make the money, I could see them considering selling it after this. Which maybe that might be the best option is for Scream 7 to drop. You know, I hate to say that, but so they will sell it off and be like, okay, we've peaked. We've peaked our numbers with the franchise now. Now it's time to put it to a side or sell it to a company and make some more money off of it, you know?
I mean, I think that they're going to try to milk this franchise for however much money they can milk it for.
Yeah.
So I can't see them selling the rights anytime soon unless somebody's literally like willing to overpay to get the rights. That's why I mentioned about that studio. It's a damn shame in so many ways that Radio Silence and this studio MRC couldn't have teamed up when they started Scream 5, because then we wouldn't be in this issue.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have this problem, you know, but that's why I brought that up the other night. Like, you know, maybe, just maybe, depending on where you go with Scream 7, if we even get Scream 7, maybe that's a possible studio that could pick up the rights to Scream, because Radio Silence are still producers on the 7th film.
Right.
So,
do you think it's possible they could come back?
It's an interesting question. I think now that the film is delayed, yeah, I do. now that we don't know what's going to happen, like, I think there's a good chance they could come back and finish, their trilogy. When is Escape from New York supposed to come out or start filming?
Oh man, that's a good question.
Because
One
I
or the
feel
other.
like
And
if
if they do come back, that would have to get pushed back.
right,
So
well, maybe unless they start filming that this year, like maybe in the summertime or something like that. Because then, I mean, let's really be honest. Do we really expect Scream 7 to, unless we get some massive amount of news that we got Neve back, or we got this, we got that, we got a director, we got all this stuff. I can't see Scream 7 start filming until fall time. If
yeah,
we
because
get
wasn't
any.
there a rumor out there that it was going to be a Christmas setting as well?
Yeah.
And we don't even know if we're going to get that now.
Right.
They could completely just scrap that, or
Well,
they
I
could
think
still go with the setting.
Their whole plans are up in smoke, in all honesty, because I mean, now this is all speculation and rumor, but you got to remember when shit hit the fan, there was that rumor that came out that apparently, the direction to go for Scream 7 in terms of killers was going to be Leslie Mocker and Christina Carpenter. And I mean, let's just say if that were true, right? I don't know how I would feel about it, because then, like, it's just all this anticipation and all these clues, that point to Stu. And I get it, that's his sister. But let's really be honest here. Like, if you expected us to believe, let's just say if they were to tie it into Scream 5 and Scream 6, that, Leslie is the one who killed Dewey, or Leslie is the one who killed, or tried to kill Gail, because, Ghostface had two hands on the knife like Stu, or whatever. Like, again, what you're doing is the same thing that you did in Scream 5 and Scream 6 with having Amber and having Quinn, and you're making these killers unbelievable. You know what I mean? Like, I get it, we're supposed to use our imagination to a degree, but this is the thing about Scream. This is the thing I have with that when people say, oh, we're supposed to suspend disbelief. Okay, but it's not like we're dealing with a Michael Myers, a Jason Voorhees, a Freddy that obviously has some supernatural, ability to why they keep coming back. These are fucking human beings. You know what I mean? Like,
right. Yeah.
These are human beings. You know what I mean? So there's just a limit to how much unbelievability that I can take. You know what I mean? It's like, so it's just like, if that was true, granted, it's cool. We would have got, Christina Carpenter, because they did say she was supposed to be in this movie and stuff. But I just don't know how I would feel if that rumor was true, that was going to be our killers in Scream 7, because it's just like, I'll put it this way. If you would have had Stu with them, okay, I accept.
Yeah.
I accept. But if it's just them two alone, it's just like, what are we doing? Like,
no one cares.
Yeah, right, exactly. Like, I'm with you on this whole thing, that I'm ready to get some killers that are fucking believable, that are serious. You know what I mean? Like,
the seriousness that Billy Loomis was dark, and when you saw him switch, you saw it in his eyes, like, and he yelled at when he yelled at Sydney, he was like, dude, it was just like he was just serious, and it was just all in his eyes, his performance. It was like, that's what I want. I don't want it to feel like. That's why I'm saying, like I know that, like, it's the Scream thing to do like killers and whodunits and all that stuff, and I love it, But just because they're a good cast member doesn't make them a good killer.
Right.
You gotta. I feel like this is like an afterthought, honestly, and honestly, it's kind of proven that it's an afterthought. And a lot of the sequels, sometimes they don't know who the killer is yet, and they kind of make it up along the way, or they had it. It's going to be these two or these three, but then they're like, oh well, that got leaked, or whatever. So we're going to write it, and now it's y'all two. So those actors that didn't think that they were going to be killers, now they are killers.
Yeah.
Now they have to perform as a killer at the end of the
Right.
movie, and it doesn't come off like as right as it should feel. Yeah, they're a great actor or actress throughout the movie, great cast, but they shouldn't be killers. They don't
Right.
have that chop. They don't have that angle.
Right,
know?
exactly. Like, for example, how Wes directed, Laurie Metcalf, Mrs. Loomis,
Mm-hmm.
to me, you know, to me, Jill, obviously was serious. So got to give her credit. She was a serious killer, even though some don't like her and stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that as a killer. Amber, not so much. Quinn was, but we didn't get to see enough of her.
We didn't get to see enough of her. They should have doubled
That's
down
what
on
I'm
her because
saying.
she was portraying it right.
Right, she was portraying it right. And that's what I'm saying. Like, when you look at a female killer in the Scream franchise, you kind of want them to a degree. You want them to have their own flair and style to it, but you want them to come off serious and believable as Mrs. Loomis did.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because Laurie Metcalf, she killed it.
Right.
She
It was
absolutely
believable.
killed it. Yes,
It
exactly.
was Mickey was too. He kind of had a little bit of
Yes,
Stu-isms.
hell yes.
I mean, both of them. It was like
Yes.
they were great. But that goes back to what I was saying earlier. Scream 2 had a lot of stuff that was leaked, and they changed who it was. I think it changed
Right.
for the better, because I don't know what the killers that the original killers that they had in mind for Scream 2. I don't know if they could have performed a good killer at the end.
Yeah, Derek and Hallie.
Could you see it? Especially Hallie? Maybe.
Nah.
I don't even know about
Nah,
Derek
man.
because I like.
No, I can't see Jerry O'Connell. I just can't do it. I can't see
Right. It would be
I
it would
can't-
be a little cheesy. It would be like, okay, he's trying too hard here. This doesn't
Right,
seem
exactly.
right. It would feel like acting. And same thing with Hallie. I think what's her name? I don't know her name in real life, but
Kimberly
she's a great
Elise.
actress. Yeah. Oh,
Or
great
if I'm-
actress.
Elise
And
O'Neill or something like that.
yeah. I think you're right. Great actress, great cast, everything like that. No killer. I
No.
don't see a killer in her.
Right.
So
I agree with that.
whatever happened, I think that might have been part of the reason why they did. I mean, yeah, the leaks and all that kind of stuff. And I knew nothing about the leaks whenever Scream 2 came out because the internet wasn't a big thing and all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
But I didn't know. I didn't. So it didn't affect me one way or the other.
However,
But I'm
Scream
glad
2
that they did go the direction they did, though. I think it
Right.
benefited.
Scream 2 did introduce direct messaging.
Oh, it did?
Yeah, remember in the library when Sydney got that
Oh,
message?
yeah.
Back then in those days, it was instant message.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, it did, didn't it? Yeah. That's crazy, man. I didn't even think about that. But yeah,
Yeah.
I would even have believed it if it would have been Cotton Weary. Like even if you thought he was creepy, but I mean, I'm glad it wasn't. I thought it was great
Right.
what they did with the character. I was like, great. That was awesome. He was cool.
It
And
made you mad that they killed him so early in 3.
right. I was like, come on, man, let him. I mean, you can kill him later on, but let him breathe a little bit,
Right.
It was just certain things like that. I think originally, honestly, thinking back on it, and I could be completely off topic. I could be completely off base here. With not knowing if Dewey died or not in Scream 2. They didn't know if they were going to like let him live or whatever. Apparently, he was just going to be dead again. I think that Liv Schreiber, I think Cotton would have filled that role for Scream 3, whichever direction they decided to go into, just because he was kind of the hero. And it's like, okay,
Yep.
now he is. He's a hero in the eyes of Sydney and the media. And he had a
Yep.
little bit of comedy ish,
Oh, hell yeah.
parts of it. And I was like, okay, he's likable. He's cool. But with them letting Dewey live again, I'm like, well, there can't be there can't be two alphas here, you know. And you know,
Right.
you want to say Dewey's an alpha. Dewey is to an extent. He's
Yeah,
he's
he
an
is.
he's an underdog, but
Man,
he's the
the
alpha.
guy survived 9 stab wounds. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, he's an alpha.
Is that what he
Like,
said in Scream 5? I thought it was more than that.
no, it was 9. He said, "I got
9?
stabbed 9 times." Yep.
Damn.
And
Damn, man.
it's funny because what's ironic, or whatever about that is that in Scream 2, Cotton told Gail that she's like a cat, that because she's got 9 lives. And
Yeah.
it's funny because Dewey, 9 stabbed 9 times, it took him up until his 10th time to get stabbed. I mean, to get killed off.
Damn,
So
man.
subsequently, that was really, meant for Dewey. Like, it's
That would be a
crazy.
great video to make. Like start a video right here and being like showing him saying I was stabbed 9 times, whatever. And then you go back and you count them all and show every time that he got stabbed and see if it adds
Yep.
up correctly.
Oh, bro, I'm actually gonna drop it tomorrow or whatever. It's just gonna be like a quick little short. But it's so ironic because I was watching Scream 6 the other night, and I was listening to Mindy's monologue.
Yeah.
And it's just so crazy because it's like, when you think about it now with Scream 7, Jenna and Melissa aren't gonna be there. And she says, anybody in the franchise can go, especially Sam and Tara. She predicted the future. She in so many
Damn.
words, and she predicted the future, bro. I saw that and I was just like, damn. Yeah, is that what you said? I was like, damn. I was
And then
like, that's
you could like transition into all this
yep,
like Melissa's
yep,
fired, Jenna quit, all this kind of
yep.
stuff, and just like throw all that at the screen.
Hell yeah.
Like that's cool, dude. I like that. That's awesome.
Hell
Great
yes.
minds think alike, man. I like that.
Absolutely.
But yeah, man. I just think that whatever they're about to do with Scream 7, it is going to make or break it. And Denisha, hey Denisha, what's going on? I see you. Awesome. I see you too, Oliver. Welcome to the stream. Jamie said there's some crazy show. I've seen some really weird shit tonight. Okay. Um. So man. I'm probably gonna close it up here shortly. I'm glad you did come along and hang out with me for a little bit.
Absolutely.
Man.
While I had time, I said, why not? Let me jump on real quick.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I was considering doing a watch party tonight. I'm not sure. There's a couple movies I've been wanting to watch. Destroy All Neighbors. I've been hearing good things about. And there's Something in the Barn. I've been hearing good things about. If
Yeah,
anybody
I've
in the
been hearing
chat
good
has seen
things about
those,
that too.
yeah, if anybody's heard about that, let me know in the chat if that's worth watching. Because I was thinking about doing a watch party tonight, even if it's not tonight, maybe tomorrow or Sunday night or something. I'm just you know, preparing the next late night watch party, man, because I had a blast watching Dark Harvest, dude. That was a good time. That was a good time.
Oh, hell yes. Dark Harvest is. I can't wait to watch that again.
Yeah. And I don't know if you heard me earlier in the stream, man. I went and saw Founders Day last night.
I saw your video earlier. I actually commented on it. And
Oh,
stuff.
okay.
And I ain't gonna lie, when you got to the part about the acting was horrendous, my heart sunk. But then when you said the other positive things, I'm like, all right, you know what? I'll give it a shot.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, like go into it. I don't know. I kind of had the same feelings that I had with It's a Wonderful Knife. You know,
Okay.
it's not as good as Thanksgiving. Go into it knowing that there's going to be some bad acting, but there's some good acting too. It's okay. It's okay. It has a made for TV type of feel, but
Okay.
a couple times I laughed. A couple times I was like, that was dumb as hell. You know, I was like, has a pretty cool twist on top of a twist. I like that. So at least it has that layer on it. You know, it will kind of shock you on what's really going on. And I kind of called it the beginning. I was just like, oh, I wonder if they're going to go with that. And I was like,
Right.
and I'm not tooting my own horn here. I just watched a few movies and took a few notes. Okay. and I was like, okay, I think this is what's going on. But if I'm not, I'd like to be wrong, but I was right. Enjoy it, man. Just go into it. Alcohol required. It'll enhance the experience.
Let's go.
I'm not sitting here saying it's as good as Thanksgiving or other ones, but I put it up there with It's a Wonderful Knife. That's where I'd go with it. I don't know if you've even seen It's a Wonderful Knife, but
Yes, I have.
what,
I like it. I like
yeah.
it. Maybe I'm biased because I love all the Scream and Halloween name references in there.
Yeah.
You know, you got the
it makes it
Carruthers.
worth it.
Yeah.
Oh,
you
dude,
got
they
the
do
Carruthers
reference.
and Prescott's. It's just like Gail Prescott.
Right. Yeah.
Bro,
Dude.
I saw that and I'm just like, wow, okay, I like it. I see where we're going here.
Well, if you like that, you'll like this because they do references the same way. And
Gotcha.
I mean, there's like straight out references of Halloween in it, and it's just like okay. And they even acknowledge themselves, so it's like they're not trying to rip it off. They're like,
Right.
They're like nodding to it. So I mean, I liked
You know
it.
what's
I thought it was
crazy?
kind of cool.
What's crazy is because I literally about I want to say 2 weeks ago, I got hung up on watching Scream TV series all over again. Like I finished both seasons like in a matter of days. Just just going back, also just to kind of work on some things for some videos that maybe Scream 7 could go if we don't get the original cast or whatever and stuff. And I rewatched the Halloween special. And I I was oblivious to it at first because I watched the Halloween special and I just remember not liking it because I'm like, this ain't fucking Lakewood. What are you doing? Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Get back to Lakewood. We have story to finish here and stuff. Like, but how many Halloween references like the killer's home was Lambkin 45 Lambkin Lane and stuff like that. And I'm just sitting there watching, I'm just like, wait a minute. Oh, they just really completely ripped off Halloween, but just put it basically on an island somewhere
Yeah.
and
I
stuff.
didn't
Like it was
mind it.
cool. I was cool with it. Like once I really like dug into it and like heard all the references and all that stuff, I'm like, okay, this ain't too bad. It was better. It's better now than what I initially thought.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember when it came out, I was like, "Oh, cool! We got a little." It was like something extra. I was like, "Oh, they didn't have to do that. They didn't have to do
That's
the
true.
Halloween special." And I was like, "Oh, this is cool." I would just wish it was a little more what do you say, like fresh. I was like, it
Right.
was kind of predictable. I remember
Very.
watching it. I was kind of like, it's kind of predictable. Definitely not as good as Harper's Island. I was kind of
Bro,
thinking, I was starting to get kind of vibes of that, and I was like, it's not as good as that. But
Harper's Island was fire.
we should do a watch party of that, dude.
We should. Harper's Island is the shit. You put me onto some shit, man, and that was good.
Yeah,
That was
watch it from
really
beginning.
good.
If we could watch it from beginning to end with everybody in the chat and let everyone try to guess who the killer is, and you know, and even like the transitions, like it's like everyone dies one by one.
Right.
It's just fun movie. It's just and it got bloody at areas. I was like, damn. I was like, this is
Oh,
supposed to be
absolutely.
TV.
It wasn't shy with getting brutal.
Yeah. I loved it, man. Oh, I'm definitely gonna have to revisit that. We'll do something on it.
Yes.
But yeah. Before we end up for tonight, let's just say this. I want to hear if they fail to get Neve, and if they fail to get Melissa back, who do you want? You get two choices. Who do you want to lead Scream 7?
It's a good question. And people are probably going to be shocked with my answer, but it's only because I personally would like to see this play out if we're not going to get the original cast, if we're not going to get the people that we're used to seeing in the movies. Give me Willa Fitzgerald and Bex Taylor Klaus, and let's take it to Lakewood. Let's do this.
Interesting. I was not expecting that, dude. I wasn't expecting that. Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
That would
like I'm all for that. Like,
but I don't think you could call it Scream 7, could you?
I mean, in technicality, you could if you wanted to. And see, this is because you gotta remember they were going to basically cross that third season They were
Yeah.
going to reveal that what we were watching was basically a TV show, and Neve
Yeah.
Campbell, all of them, the movies were going to intertwine with the TV show.
Right.
So I think you could, or you don't have to call it Scream 7. You could Scream Lakewood, something like, you know what I mean, like this the Lakewood story or something like that. Like, you don't have to call it Scream 7. You can completely, you know, scrap the 7 out of it. We know it's Scream 7, but you know, I mean, I personally think because it's still a part of the Scream franchise. It's part of the TV series, is a part of the universe of Scream. It may not be set in the same timeline with the characters, but it's still a part of Scream. Wes Craven helped produce the TV series.
Yep.
So
it would be cool to see them older too, you know, like out of high school. And
give me all three of them: Willa Fitzgerald, Bex Taylor Klaus, and John Carna. I want all three of them back. Let's go.
Yeah.
Like, especially because remember, they're working.
You don't want to see like what they did with Saved by the Bell and did the college years. I'm just.
I wouldn't mind that.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding, man. I'm kidding.
I'm saying I wouldn't mind that. You know what I mean? Because there is one thing that is going to be a little bit of an issue with, you know, if you're going to bring the TV series, you know, into the movie, or even if you would do a fourth season going back to Lakewood, how far from season 2 are you going to set it apart?
Yep.
Because you could tell they're older now.
Yeah. You're not going to be able to do it's going to have to do a time jump.
Yes. So it's going to have to be a time jump. Not saying it can't work. You know what I mean? But given what we saw at the end of that Halloween special, how far is everything getting set up for this killer to strike again?
Right. And I could see them all being older and in their careers, and, you know, John Carna doing like his successful podcast, talking about stuff. Like, he's big news now, you know.
He's kind of like, in so many ways, the Gale Weather of the group.
Yeah. And Randy. He's both.
Yes, at the same time.
Yeah. That would be cool.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man. Your idea, I think, is a little bit better than mine. My lead, either way, it's great, but I really don't want to see a movie where Gale is the lead again. Even in Scream 3, I kind of felt like Dewey was the best part of the two leads in that.
Right.
I honestly, at this point, the way going into 6 and seeing how things play out, I think Chad would be a solid lead. I mean, I like him that much. I could see him. I felt like he's grown from 5 and he could grow again from 6. I could even see, like, if the movie let's just, for instance, say the movie picks up soon after the events of Scream 6, and he's still in the hospital healing because how many times he got stabbed. And let's just say Mindy's visiting him by his bedside, and maybe she has a phone call, you know, like, are y'all really leaving town? And blah, 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 talking to Sam. You know that she's talking to Sam or something. Right. And they're like leaving town, and then we kind of know what's going on there. And she's staying by his bedside waiting for him to heal. And then Mindy's like an opening kill. And Chad has to heal up and find out who did this to his sister. You know, like it could just lead into a whole other thing. Like maybe he has to go back home to his mom because he's so hurt and he's trying to heal. And I just, that was one thing that I was hoping they were going to lean towards in Scream 6, which they never did, was that he was an athlete. He was a football player in Scream 5. And with him being stabbed and hurt, I thought it would have been a cool touch, which we didn't get a lot of college in Scream 6. But I thought it would have been a cool touch to see him upset seeing them practice and he's not able to go out there. He's not able to perform. Like, he can't be a football player anymore. And then again, I don't even remember seeing his scars when he had his shirt off at the party.
Right. He didn't.
I don't know. I've never stopped it and zoomed in to try to look or anything, but they definitely didn't emphasize on it or focus on it. but they did on
No, they did.
Jenna's Scar and stuff.
Right.
So I don't know. I think that where Chad's at, if they did, all else fails, I would like to see Chad to be a lead. I think I could get behind that at this point. Like him be an actual hero and he be the lead, and Gail Weathers there, but supporting, maybe even Kirby. But Mindy's got to go. Mindy's got. I don't want to see him. I don't want to see them doubling
I'll
up.
be honest. I wish they would have pulled the trigger and killed Gail off in 6.
Me too. Let Gail die too. Let them both die. Like
listen. I'm listen. I know some may not like it. You know what I mean? But I'm done with this character. What else? I mean, listen. If you're not going to add any new layer to that character, what else is there? What else is there a reason for her to be there other than nostalgia? Like,
right.
That's it. Like, she's just there for nostalgia. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I did like how they, kind of hinted, that she could have died. You know what I mean? Because, maybe it's time somebody made a buck off of you reporting your death. I really thought in that chase scene, I'm like, all right, finally, she's going to bite it. She's going to get it. And then when we get to the end of the attack, I'm just like, yep, they're going to keep her alive. And it's just like, why? Why do we keep doing this to ourselves? You know what I mean? Like, you killed Dewey off. If you were going to kill any of the 2 off first, it should have been Gail.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But you killed Dewey off. Mm-hmm. If you're going to kill the Dew off, I'm sorry. You got to at least kill Gail off then too, because I feel like it would have not only had a much bigger impact, but then for sure, in my opinion, storyline wise, the next film, Sydney's got to come back.
Right.
Because then at that point, two of the original 3 legacy characters are down.
Mm-hmm.
That leaves 1 left to get.
Right.
So like.
And don't ever kill off Sydney. Don't do that.
No, she's never going to let that happen.
Yeah.
She's not going to let that happen. She even said that. Like, she said that character she won't allow it to happen.
Yeah.
And rightfully so.
I think it'd be kind of cool, like, if they do like an opening for Scream 7. I know I'm going to end it, but I really am going to end it here. And I see some stuff going on in the chat and everything. Disrespect is not going to be tolerated. Jamie and Denisha, y'all are both mods on my channel. I don't know if y'all recall that or not, but y'all do have some power here. My hashtag digital bouncers.
I think they were just talking about something that was, because I was keeping an eye on the chat too. Jamie was talking about something that was going on in another chat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe I
Everything
misunderstood.
seems to be all right.
Okay, cool. Good. JG Michael, what's up? Yeah, we were talking about a little bit of what was it? It's a Wonderful Knife, Founders Day that I just saw yesterday, and definitely some Scream, where Scream 7's gonna go to. Good to see you. We're getting ready to wrap up the stream. Man, with Scream 7, dude, I really think that I still think that it's going to mirror Scream 3 in some capacity. Like, it's going to have some, like, on the set of Stab, even if it's the beginning of the movie. And I think this would be wise, honestly. Like, and it kind of would mirror Scream 4 a little bit. You know how they did a fake kill and a fake kill and a fake kill? Wouldn't it be cool if, like, this is just me, this is wishful thinking, this is something that I think would be awesome. The opening of the movie, it's like a shocker. What if it was Jamie Lee Curtis and she gets stalked and she gets killed, and we're like, oh, wasn't expecting that. But then they're like cut, and it's like Jamie Lee Curtis stands up, and they're on a Stab set and all that kind of stuff, and then we lead into our Scream movie, and we're also referencing Scream 3, and then we have like a kill like on the set, similar to like Urban Legend Final Cut, like how that kind of was. They were making a movie.
Yeah,
I think that would be cool. Because you're not really killing Jamie Lee Curtis. She was just playing a role, and she's pretty much just doing a cameo. And I think it would be shocking because at first you thought, oh, they really did kill Jamie Lee Curtis in this movie, but it was a stab movie. Like, I don't know. Because she is a scream queen. She's probably the ultimate one, and she's up there with Neve. So
Right. That
it'd
would
probably
be
be really
that would be
expensive just
very
to do that
meta
one scene,
because you
though.
know how much Scream, idolized Halloween. Wes idolized Halloween with Scream. That would be cool. I like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I
And then
also
we
think
just
so if we have that, then would we follow it up with an actual opening kill? And if so, who?
maybe somebody somebody definitely working on the movie or one of the other actresses or something that's on the set that's a part of the group that's there, it would have to probably be just a newbie. I don't know.
Mm,
What you got? I see your gears turning.
this is your opportunity. This is where you kill Gail on the set of the on the true crime stab TV series. Because remember,
Oh,
it's all about true crime now.
it
So maybe
is.
she was able after 6 to secure the rights to the fucking TV series. And you know her, she's gonna write about it, she's gonna promote it, she's gonna do Gail.
And man, I got the perfect I got the
And this is
perfect
it.
line for that would be dope. Because it'd be two shockers. It's like, oh, Jamie's dead. Jamie Lee Curtis is dead. Oh no,
Right.
she's alive. It's fake. We're on a stab set. But then Gail is there, and then it's like, oh, they just really killed. So it's like you get a double whammy. I think,
And
dude, that might be the
it,
best opening ever.
and because Courtney is actually, an executive producer on 6, you can make her the executive producer of the Stab TV show.
And
Yep.
she could take yeah. And dude, you know what I would think.
And this has to be it. She's got to bite it. She's got to go.
She's got to
Because
go
then
hard.
also it would be perfect because if we were to get Neve back, if we were to get Melissa back,
yeah,
that's what's going to bring them together.
right. Yeah.
That's what's going to bring them together right there. So,
Hey, High
man,
Life.
all we can do, Destin, is hope and pray and wish they get this thing together.
Right.
Like that's really all we can do. Like
I just don't want it to feel like an
really
afterthought.
dark. Huh?
I don't want it to feel like an afterthought,
Right. Because like I said, regardless of how you feel about Scream 5 and Scream 6, especially with the writing, some of the, issues with that, they weren't bad movies. Like they weren't like movies that makes you want to quit on this franchise.
Right.
And that's the thing for me.
I got one request though. If they kill off Gail, or when they do, I want Ghostface. I want this so bad.
Dewey's voice.
No, that yes, but no, that's not what I was gonna say. I want Ghostface to say to her, "You're always reporting the news. Now you're about to be the news," just like Joel said in Scream 2, where he's like,
"Oh,
I want to report the news. I don't want to be the news." And what if they brought Joel back as a red herring, like he's there, and only true people like us, like fans, would know? Oh, it could be Joel because that was said by him in Scream 2. So we'd be looking at him a little bit.
I like that.
And Ghostface has kind of got like the knife, like you're always reporting the news. Now you're gonna be the news, and kills you.
I like that. I like that a lot. That would be fun. That would be, especially right before Gail's death. That would be a full circle kind of moment.
Yeah, dude. I think that'd be dope.
Wow.
I always wanted her to get thrown off that balcony in Scream 6, man, and like people with phones are coming around like, oh, it's the Gail Weathers lady. That I think that would be awesome. I don't know. Oh, I wish we could just like write some of these scenes, or at least the movies or something, or be in that writer's room. But what can you do, man?
I know.
All we can do is hope that they're going to do it right.
Well, think about it this way. Think about it this way, though, too. And this is why and I think it's going to end up happening. You're starting to see it a little bit with James Wan and Blumhouse, because Blumhouse, regardless of what people think about Blumhouse, the point is they'll support your project. You just got to get it done fast.
Right.
That's it. Even Christopher Landon said that. He was like, they're one of the better studios because they will let you create your vision. You just got to do it on their timetable.
Right.
And stuff. But we're starting to see it. Radio silence with this MCU or MCU? No, MRC.
MRC, yeah.
With MRC Studios. James Wan, like I said, with Blumhouse. You're starting to see these studios, these lesser named studios, starting to creep up, and they're like, hey, make your movies. It's starting to become, it's starting to, take shape in a little bit of a revolution. And some of these big studios are going to end up missing out because look what Spyglass is doing to Scream.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
they're doing some old school shit. Yeah, you're doing some old school shit.
Now, isn't that ironic that right after Radio Silence leaves Scream 7, this deal with MRC happens.
Mm.
And then all that stuff, with the Spyglass, had Gary Barber and all that stuff. To me, it's not that I think obviously Radio Silence was busy, but I also think Radio Silence seen the writing on the wall. And that's when it was like, you know what? We're out.
Yeah.
We'll produce, but we're not directing.
Yeah, your heart was in it, but now it's become all about profit. Yeah.
Especially and it all started with Neve.
Yeah. It sucks, man. I mean, that is the way it is. They're in the business to make money, and you can't really fault them for it, but the decisions that they are making and the disrespectful comments and just the way they're handling it is disrespectful. They're showing their true colors.
It is. It's not only disrespectful.
I think you.
But it's also could be costing them money.
We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out here soon.
For
a
second.
All right. Last question, and we really are gonna call it night because I'm hungry. I'm sleepy. I haven't ate dinner. I got a big day tomorrow. I got a lot of editing to do, and then we got film roast tomorrow night. We're gonna be watching Basket Case, so please come back and be a part of that. I've never seen it before, but that's on this week's watch party. Shit, I forgot what I was even about to say. I forgot what I was going to say. I had something good to say. I had a good question, and I done forgot. See, that's what happens when you get old. I'm 37, on my way to 38 in April, and I'm just like having a brain fart here. That happens to me in meetings at work and stuff. I'm just like, oh, wait, what are we talking about again?
Bro, don't feel bad. I go through it too.
Yeah. It happens, man. It'll probably happen more closer I get to 50 or something. But yeah, we're just gonna end it on that note because I can't think of what I was gonna say at all. But I had a good question, and I'm probably gonna think about it as soon as I go off live. But there will be another time.
Absolutely.
If you're not subscribed to I Shot Him 6 Times, Marcus, do yourself a favor. Go subscribe to him because I'm telling you, he puts out some badass content, especially for Halloween. He knows his shit. He wouldn't be on this channel if he didn't know his shit. And you won't be disappointed. His stuff, man, you put out some stuff, and I'm like, damn, you got some damn good points. You got some really good theories. I'm like, all right.
You think that? You think that now? Wait till I drop the one tomorrow. I have an interesting Scream one.
Okay.
Or whatever in terms of Jason Carvey and who could possibly be his inspiration, from the Stab franchise as a killer.
Yeah, absolutely. Dude, I'm looking forward to it, man. What time you gonna? Well, I guess I'll just look at it whenever I wake up. I never know. When it's my off day, dude, I wake up when I wake up. I don't want an alarm to wake me up. I don't want anything, no responsibilities. I want to sleep until my body says, "All right, it's time to get up." And then I'll get
I know
stuff
that's
going.
right.
I just placed Marcus's channel. I shot him 6 times in the chat. Go subscribe to him right now. He is on his way to 2,000 subs. Get him there because he deserves it. Puts out badass content every single day. All right. Me and Marcus, we're out of here, but you'll see us soon. We're always putting something together. And we should be adding Sawathon again, right? Have we
Next Sunday.
Next Sunday. Okay. Next Sunday, we'll mark the calendars. We'll get it posted up by the end of the weekend and we'll do the damn thing, man. I'm ready for it.
That's right.
All right. Well, we're signing off. This has been Scream Talk, and we'll see you guys when we see you guys. We'll be right back.